What's up, guys? My dog wants to say thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're checking out the Typhon 2S. This thing only sells for $219. Ready to run, comes with a battery, 550 brushed motor. Pretty badass too. It's a 1/8 scale. It's a little bigger than your 1/10 scales. All you need is 4 AA batteries. Looks like we got adjustable body mounts. Apparently this is designed to be fast. 51 millimeters. Some ball bearings and stuff in there. Oil-filled shocks. Multi-spoke wheels. Adjustable ride height. Standard IC3 connector plug. I don't think I have any of those. And a 550 brushed motor. In addition, we got metal geared differentials. Waterproof ESC, high downforce design there with your wing, double wishbone suspension front and rear. Comes with a 2400 milliamp 8.4 volt NiHM battery. All right, let's get this out of the box. If you do decide you want to buy this truck and you click through the affiliate link in the description below, I'll get a small percentage. That'd be super cool. Now, I've watched thousands of hours of RC videos on YouTube, and I can guarantee you, if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to see stuff that you rarely see. So I know what you guys like, and I'm leaving out all the boring crap. Pretty sweet looking. Now, the reason I bought this is because it's a 1/8 scale, so it's a little bit bigger than a 1/10 car. It's got a great price on it too. Just $219. Looks like we got some stickers and some tools in the box too. I like that. There's my charger. Here's the radio, STX2. Pretty nice. Plastic wheel. All right, looks like we got a lot of really cool decals there. Nice thick instruction manual. Wow. And a technical pack. There's probably a couple tools to take your wheels on and off with. These right here are shock spacers, so if you want your shocks to have your body sit up a little higher, you can snap those on. Those are handy. Right away I'm seeing that it has these rubber things on your body clips there so you don't lose them. That's super cool. Boom, boom in the room. There's that servo. ESC in real life, looks really nice. Nice brush motor. We'll go over how to break that in a second. Ooh, and there's your odd looking 8.4 volt battery. Definitely interesting looking in the front. Looks very durable. There's the back right there. Here's the underside of it. Wow. Pretty cool looking. I'm sure there's some aftermarket stuff you can get for that, like a skid plate and all that. Definitely looks really durable, and I'm just hoping it handles good. I'm sure it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to get out there and drive it in a second here. There's a close-up look at the suspension arms. Yeah, check out those wheels right there. I don't know what that says, but they look cool. And I believe that is 14 millimeter nut right there, so you can put different wheels on this. So there's the 1/8 Typhon 2S next to my 1/10 Red Cat Blackout. So it's definitely a little bit bigger. There's a difference in wheel size. Yeah, definitely a little bit bigger. My dog always wants to be part of the action, but this is cat territory. Anyway, so I just left my battery in the car, plugged it in, and this thing's turning red. It's going to flash green when I get it all charged up. All right, guys, I just put the entire Revo AB10002 0911 ARRMA decal sheet on this bad boy. Every single sticker they gave me. I think it looks great. It did take about 6 hours for that light to turn green, so I'm probably going to get a charging lead or an adapter so I can just use one of these nicer chargers. Be a little better for my battery too. I am going to go ahead and just show you how to break in a brushed motor. They'll last a little longer and have a little higher top end if you break them in. So I'll show you how to break in the motor, and then I'll go ahead and check my screws after first run. Looks like this truck has low voltage cutoff. That's cool. And you can run it on an NHIM or a LiPo battery, which is cool. So the battery that comes with it is 8.4 volt NIHM battery. And there's a little jumper that you got to switch when you go to LiPo. And you don't have to change the ESC or anything. So that's super cool. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys, and they're actually the reason that I bought this truck, on the controller right here, you see it says 50, 75, and 100. So I can just switch that down to 50 and let my nieces and nephew play with this car, and it'll be less likely that they'll wreck it. So I don't know what all these tools are for, but here they are. You got some Allen wrenches. Looks like a big wrench. These are metal. Not sure what they're for. Leave a comment down below if you know. I'll show you how to use these little guys right here. So on your shock tower right here, you can actually pull it down. You see one of those little guys right there. Now, if you want your body to sit up higher, or maybe you got a bunch of crap on your car and it's sitting down low, push that down, pop one of those over. Boom. It looks like this comes with 3 thicknesses of spacers, pairs of those, so you can really fine-tune your suspension. That's awesome. So basically what you want to do when you're breaking in your brushed motor is ease on to the gas, run it slowly, and then ease off. What you want to avoid is hard acceleration and hard braking, so you don't want to slam off the gas, which would be the brake, and you don't want to slam onto the gas. So you're basically going to go like this. And ease off it as easily as you can. So I'm going to do that in real life right here. Here we go. You want to run it an entire battery. Do a whole battery's worth. Yeah, I definitely need some steering trim right there. Look, I'm not even touching the steering. Whoa. All right. I'm going to actually put myself to 50% power just to help me out here. And let's see here. Oh, I just dialed that a teeny bit and it straightened it out. Oh, that's neat. I'm just gonna run it around like this for a little while. And that's how you break in your battery. Do it until your battery's dead, and then you'll be ready to hammer it on the next one. What you're doing is you're seating the brushes. There's some brushes and some magnets in there, and this is seating them where they want to go. And your brush motor is gonna be faster and last longer if you do this. Brushless motors, you don't have to break in at all. Hey, tail wagger. I'm trying to get my dog and cat to become friends, but so far, the dog's into it, the cat's not really. So I broke in my brushed motor, used the whole battery up, and I put it back on the charger and thinking it might charge up in a couple hours, It's been on here for 3 or 4 hours already. All right, bad news, guys. It did take me 6 hours to charge my battery back up. So the stock charger doesn't work too good. The good news, though, is I believe that these IC3 connectors are compatible with EC3 connectors. So I can get an EC3 connector adapter real easy. Then I'll just adapt that to one of my charging leads and I'll be set. You want to order that light kit? There's a link in the description. Or I'll custom make you anything you want. Just email me right here. I'll be glad to make something for you. All right, as you can see, I got a little bit dirty here, but let's see how well this did in protecting the inside. Pretty clean. Definitely a lot cleaner than the outside. All right, guys, I just got done hosing this off. Now I know why they make these waterproof, but let this dry out and we'll be good as new. All right, 19 miles an hour. So obviously it'd be a little faster if it didn't have my heavy phone on there. So, but we're looking at around 20 miles an hour. That's what I've seen on other videos. I did order a LiPo battery for this, 100C rating, so we'll see if it gets any faster with the LiPo. Let's do one more speed test. I got a fully charged battery. All right, guys, a little bit of G-force. We got 19 right there, so cool. So by adjusting the steering trim dial on the controller, you can adjust the trim on this so easily. That's pretty straight right there. Check this out. After I line it up, I'm running it with no hands on the steering wheel. And you can see how straight it's going. You just let go of the steering wheel and it just points where it's going. It really makes driving this car a lot of fun. Here's a little more stunt driving with the 2S Typhon. This part of my driveway is a little different surface than the other one and a little better for sliding. So as we know, this is the stock setup. Still a lot of fun. It's actually the perfect speed where you can hit a curb at full speed and it won't damage the car at all.
So I got a little bit of dirt on my rig, but I can just hose it off and it'll be good as new.
clean as the day it was born. So this technical manual actually tells you real easily how to take your quick change parts in and out. Everything you need to know. And if you open it up, it's got an exploded view with your entire car. Alright guys, it says the Mega Brushed ESC has two tuning options, battery mode and reverse lockout. So first off, before I get into my whole LiPo deal, I'm just going to change this jumper over one notch and we're going to see what this reverse lockout is all about. Does it make it faster? Alright, this is an experiment to see if reverse lockout gives me a higher top end speed. Alright, 0 miles per hour, here we go. Definitely no reverse. Whoa, come on back, boy. Alright guys, it's exactly the same at 18.49, so 19 miles an hour with my phone on there. Now let's switch this to a LiPo. So here's the LiPo battery I got from Afani, or whatever that says. Avanfi. Anyway, of course I gotta put these stickers on my car. So here's the battery I ordered. There's a link in the description. What's important about this is the 100C. The C rating is how quick you can pull that power out of the battery. I also got a 4600 because it seemed fairly lightweight. You can go all the way up to 8,000 milliamps. Now you guys see right here, this is an EC3 connector. Will fit to your Typhon. An EC3 will pull a little more power than a Dean's End connector, so that's why it's good to just put that end on your battery rather than getting an adapter. Alright you guys, first I'm going to move this top pin back over one notch so I can get my reverse back. And then I'm going to move this one over one notch to set it up for LiPo. Alright, that's what you should look like when you're ready for LiPo. Change my battery out real fast. Okay, boom, I'm all LiPo'd out. Alright, check out the sound it makes when I have my 2S LiPo installed. Bad news, guys. 17 miles an hour. Let's try that one more time. A little faster that time. We got almost 18 miles an hour right there. Alright guys, so that little experiment, a LiPo does not give it any higher top end, but it might give it a little more punch. Let's do some peel outs in the water here. Or when I threw my NIHM battery back in there, I almost forgot to put my jumper back. Threw that back in there and check out what sound it makes now. So this right here is ARRMA's website. Check out the Typhon Mega page. There's going to be a link right here where you can get to the upgraded parts section. And it looks like all you need to make this go faster is change the pinion gear. So right now it has a 14-tooth pinion gear, and it looks like you want a 17-tooth pinion gear. The good news is it's only about $5. So in addition, you can also get an input gear that's 17-tooth, and even then you'll be under $10. I left a link in the description, but when I was looking on eBay, I saw some 3-packs of pinion gears with 18, 19, even 21 tooth variations. Now I'm not sure if you can just slap a 21 tooth pinion gear in there without adjusting anything. If you guys know, please leave a comment down below. One thing I love about the whole Typhon series is that they're super easy to work on. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to change out a suspension arm, how to put oil in your shocks, and how to replace your pinion gear. Now the results were disappointing with the 17 tooth pinion gear. It definitely didn't get me to 30 miles an hour, but I'll show you in a little bit here what happened. So for shock replacement, you're going to need some 45 weight shock oil, the original shock spring from your old shock, a 2-pack of ARRMA shocks, same for all the Typhon models. Remove the top shock collar. You can see I broke my shock right there. That's why I got to replace this one. And then the end of it actually acts as a wrench. So it's going to grab that. I had to get some pliers actually to get mine loosened. So after you push that down, you can unscrew the shaft, pull out the plunger, put that aside. Then you're going to take the new shock, unscrew it the same way, and it's got a little teeny bit of shock oil in there. So put that to the side. Just fill it up to about right there. With new shock oil, put your spring on, and then depress it down, screw that on till you get the end, tighten it like that. And then there's the completed shock after I wiped it off. You're ready to go. First you take the wheel off, and then right there is where the shock tower is going to go later on. So this little screw actually holds in the main pin. So we're going to poke that through something small, and then there's your pin right there. You can pull that out with a pair of pliers, like so. Now there is one more screw you have to undo, and that is this one right here. Now that'll allow you to pull out the suspension arm. And there's just 2 screws you have to remove. That'll allow you to get that big pin right there out. Pull those 2 guys out there, one very long one and one pretty short one. Pop that plate off, and now that red plate right there is just going to come right off. Put that to the side. Now you can pull your pin out. Get your debris out of there. Now you're ready to slide the arm back in. Replace those 2 screws, and you're pretty much in business. One thing you do have to remember is to connect these 2 pieces, slide that in there. I had actually forgotten to do that, and I had to go back. Now remember this little screw right here? We're going to put him back in to hold the pin in place. And now we can put our shock tower on. Remove this cap. Put that baby back on. Put the cap back on, screw it back in. Put your wheel back on, and boom. Alright guys, we're all fixed up. Good as new. Now let's see if we can get this 17 tooth pinion gear in this bad boy. So to take this whole part out, your pinion gear is inside here. It's just one screw. You just remove your drive shaft. Alright, now this is just a little block here, and that screw being out is going to allow this to slide over to the side. Alright, so there's a little bit of a pressure fit where that notch fits in there. What you have to do is you have to pry up on this, and at the same time slide, get this out of the way, at the same time slide this forward. And if you look real closely, see that little jagged piece right there? That's basically pressure fitted into a piece of plastic. And the same on the other side, but you can actually get your screwdriver kind of in between there. And what I did was just kind of pry it out this way while I was pushing up on that. It was in there pretty stiff though. Alright, now we're ready to put our pinion gear in there. Let me just clean this up. So you just have to remove these 3 screws and that'll open up the entire deal here. Now you remove the cover, and where the motor mounts, you're going to see some little numbers there. So that big wheel comes right off. You're going to remove the motor, and there is your pinion gear. Kind of goes on backwards like that. Little detent screw there. Now there's those numbers. You see 17, 15, 21 down there at the bottom. Since we have a 17-tooth pinion gear, I'm just going to line the holes up of the motor with the 17. Got it screwed in there. Looking good. Put it back together. Slide that baby in. Snap. Put my 1 screw in, and finally hook the motor back up, positive, negative, and slide in that drive shaft. And boom, we are ready to go with a 17-tooth pinion. Let's go do a speed test. The tennis courts where I usually do my speed tests were closed today, but this parking lot is pretty darn flat. Anyway, I put a 100C LiPo battery in there. Once again, you have to change the little jumper on the ESC. Fully charged battery. Got the speedometer on my phone. Now keep in mind my phone does weigh a little bit. I ended up with a top speed of about 21, 22 miles an hour, let's just say. So my 17-tooth pinion gear only gained me about 4 or 5 miles an hour. Apparently you need to put a 21-tooth or even a 27-tooth pinion gear in there to get up to the full 30 mile an hour that they talk about on the box. So apparently I ordered the wrong one. Alright guys, my final thoughts on the Typhon Mega. This is my first ARRMA, and I was definitely impressed when I drove it. It tracks straight. The other thing I really like is the adjustable power. You got 50%, 75%, and 100% throttle. Now after driving the next step up, which is the 3S, that actually goes 50 miles an hour out of the box, that was only about $80 more. So I would say that if you're an adult, then you might want to go with the next step up, which is basically just called the 3S Typhon. You can look that up. I got a review on that coming out next. If you're getting an RC for a younger kid, let's say 12 and under, they're going to still have a lot of fun with this and think it's really fast. It is fast enough to do peel outs and stuff like that, but not fast enough to get damaged almost every time you take it out. The other thing is you can put it on low power and let the really little kids drive it, and everyone can have fun with this car. So basically this is a great first RC car for someone who's a little younger. Alright, that's it for me, you guys. Thanks for watching. If you do decide to buy this or any other RCs, please use the affiliate link in the description of any one of my videos, and I'll get a small percentage of the sale, whether you buy it on eBay or Amazon. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.